Welcome back to the Shipyard. I bet you guys never thought that Alyssa Ogawa would be the card of the week. And to be frank, I never thought Alyssa Ogawa would be the card of the week. But you know what? I kind of got challenged, suggested. Suggested's really the word. To make her the card of the week. And I said, you know what? I think there's something here. I think that there's a worthwhile ability here. Plus, she's only 2 points. And anytime you get a card that's only 2 points, especially crew, it's at least worth talking about to see if we can make something happen here. All right, so with that in mind, what does Alyssa Ogawa actually do? Because most of us have probably glanced over her, glossed over her, and tossed her in the bin of cards we're never going to play. All right, she's an action. Remove one disabled token from one of your tech or crew upgrades, and then perform a scan or evade action as a free action. See, right away, she's an action to do two things, and I like that. See, without thinking too much about her, she's fodder for for Spock, and more so, now you can have a disabled crew in there. So I'm thinking something. Here we're gonna make a ship real quick. We're gonna put. I don't know. I need like an enterprise. Just just to have enough crew slots. Um, sure. The ship doesn't really matter, but I want an enterprise. I want Ogawa. Uh, there. Now I actually have some slots to play with. All right, Ogawa. I want Spock, and I want some kind of a disabled crew. So I can go in, and I can sort by crew, and I can type in disable. Um, Specifically, I think I want to just deal with Federation crew. Um, I mean, I could do it with Dax. Sierra would be interesting if I did it with there. Tuvok, I could do this with Tuvok. That's just really expensive. Miles to repair. Jordy. You know what? We're gonna start here at the back. You know what? I could do this with Eric's. Um, Disable to rotate to a white or green maneuver of the speed. That would not be a bad build whatsoever, because I'm disabling Eric's during planning or during maneuvering, and then I'm re-enabling him in the activation phase, ready to go again right away. Okay, that's a solid build. That's a solid crew combo here. I get a scan from Mr. Spock, so I've still got battle stations. I mean, this is Ogawa being an enabler card. That's all I'm trying to point out here. It doesn't really matter what ship you put this on. I chose the Enterprise D because it had 3 crew slots. So, yeah, you need 3 crew really to make this happen. But Ogawa plays a role. We could do this even simpler, right? Forget Spock for a moment. What about any kind of ship where we then want a captain who plays off of evade tokens? Well, who's a captain that plays off of evade tokens? Well, I know the answer to that. Wow, there's a lot of crew that disable. fed crew. Um, so we're going to reset. We're going to say captain. And then we're just going to type evade. I don't want those. Don't want those. See, there's a reason I'm doing this. Core is interesting, but no. See, the answer. Yeah, John Harriman's not the answer. Um, the answer I was looking for was Rudolph Ransom. Now, see, Rudolph Ransom is a more interesting case because I don't have to do it on the Enterprise D. In fact, I don't want to do it on the Enterprise D. I want to do it on something more like, oh, I don't know, the NX, where I'm already built to roll defense dice. That's a little play. Rudolph Ransom plus Alyssa Ogawa. Now, I get that this is faction mixing. I understand. I know that's not for everyone. But try to understand where I'm coming from. This is still Alyssa Ogawa. We don't have a Prime Universe Alyssa Ogawa. The mirror is kind of our only option here. So, but she's playable. She's very playable, and she is one action to do two things, which is better than most that end up being like an action to do a second action now. But then they end up disabling themselves, so you're just kind of moving the action forward. No, this is one action now for a second action whenever, or a second action now. Basically, she gets to do two very specific things, which is good. I like that. There's a lot of flexibility here. Again, nothing specific about the Enterprise D being in play. But yeah, I like what Alyssa Ogawa brings to the table. So we'll come back here and highlight her. She's a nice piece. Is she a piece I run all the time? No, absolutely not. But she is a piece to the build puzzle. And I think for 2 points, 3 points cross faction, she's at least a card worth considering. Has fallen out of favor a lot. Don't get me wrong, she's not the top of the top of the top crew, but she's at least somebody that is worth considering and might be a nice missing piece to your build. Because sometimes we miss out on those cards. Anyways, consider her, and hopefully she's been helpful. All right. Until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.